Yeah, it's 18 all the way.
Yeah.
Still best 3 of 5. It's after 7. We don't want to be here all night.
Still best 2 of 3.
Best 2 of 3. I mean, that's what I say. 7.
You said best 3 of 5.
Oh my God.
That's okay. That's okay. I knew what you meant
You
immediately.
knew what I meant. My tone was 2 of 3.
Tetris! Both players have broken off of the identical starts. Birb draws first blood with a double. He is in the lead. Huff again. He's in some early, not early trouble, just some early digging. So something we saw in a few of his matches in the past, but he's very good at digging out of it, and eventually, once he's able to dig out, he's definitely able to make up whatever pace he lost. Well, this does give Birb an opportunity to take a small early lead, although he's got some got a situation to deal with as well.
You got your money back, dude. You just came here to qualify.
That's what I'm saying. So like, as long as you're not cool.
Yeah.
Grand Designs just came here to qualify.
Look at death. There it is. Another death to fire.
Oh yeah.
What's the what do you call that?
The Vits?
Vits.
Yeah, there we go. Dirty Tetris. Dirty center wall Tetris for Birb. Birb has just about got this cleaned up. So actually, he's within 1 Tetris. Now 2 Tetrises.
Yeah, he decides to play it safe.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the smart move. In my match versus Nolan, I knew I was so outmatched. I was like, all right, I'll go for consistent 500K.
And you did.
It wasn't enough, but I mean, you know.
But you made him work. You didn't.
Yeah.
You made him get a 1.2 or 1.1. That's right. He was on 1.2 pace and kind of blew it.
It's like running the track against Usain Bolt and making him run the full race.
Right.
So this is actually still a close match. Only a 30,000 point difference.
Thanks again for the remove Birb's hearts, because my boy has not won anything yet.
It could happen.
I was so transfixed on adding a piece of text to say that we're in the top 8. Look at the quality. I used Arial font.
Huge upgrades from South Carolina.
Look at that. Look, hear that rolling though. You hear it's quiet as. Let's listen. It just sounds weird.
It's the clicks. You just hear those repetitive clicks.
Yeah, the click wheel. We're dating ourselves. Remember iPods? Are iPods retro yet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
Because nowadays everybody just bundles everything in their phone.
Do people listen to music anymore?
So Huff is starting to open up the lead now. 272,000 to 206.
Birb's hanging in there. That's all you got to do. Just stay alive. Huff maybe makes a mistake. But it's like when they play so well early on in 18, it's like you at least me, I tend to start talking about other things.
So Chris, I was curious to ask, since you were around when in 2016 when Corian was the first hyper tapper to come to CTWC in like so many years, he was the only one. What was it like?
I wasn't there. I did not make it in 16.
Oh, my bad.
So here's the funny story. I worked as an election clerk for 14 years. So I was a presidential election 2004, 2008, 2012. Presidential election 2016, I could not take off work to go to CTWC.
Oh, okay.
So I was Chris Tang's second in commentary in 2015. So in 2016, they brought in Jeffrey Whittingham, who is famous for, Peaceful Places and all the other bloopers on the Boom Tetris for Jeff video. So, that became a meme because of Jeffrey Whittingham's commentary. And then Joseph Saley watches that video and shows up in 2018, and then the next beam makes the next generation players come out. So because I couldn't be there in 2016 to commentate, but the popularity to take off because I wasn't there, you can literally thank Donald Trump for the popularity of Classic Tetris.
That question went a different direction than I thought it would.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess Corian was still the... Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Birb is going for it.
My stupid anecdote has...
Birb Wizard's digging out of this.
Let's go. Flat burn.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
This is very dependent now. Oh, got the piece he needed. One
needs
more.
Line. Needs it. Need it. Come on. Oh! Huff gets the heart. 471 pre-transition. I know.
Yeah, I blame you for this. First commentary. Yeah, I think it's 18 all the way. Yeah, it's 18 all the way at this point.
But I was, I was there in 17 when Corian was like expected to win, and it never quite materialized.
2, 1.
Tetris. And both players are off. So yeah, Corian was still the only hyper tapper
Right.
in 2017, right? And even so, he's expected. He's one of the strongest players, expected to win. But did people expect at that time that hyper tapping would take over, or was it just like, oh, he's probably one of the extremely rare people that can do it?
Well, I mean, there was hyper timing because Thor had done it, so it's like literally this mystical technique because the name Thor inspires thoughts of Marvel comic book characters and Greek or Nordic gods, and so he's doing this technique that nobody tried since then. And Corian using that technique, it's also that same exotic technique that you don't think about is like a Japanese arcade sort of thing, because he's got the honeybee, he's using that thing. So it really took Joseph Saley to bring it into the forefront.
Oh my goodness! How with a miss
what is
shot.
that?
I don't believe that's a fancy tuck setup, but
Guys,
he's making
proving
it
you
work.
wrong. They just a 4-piece tuck, just like you do.
That's true. It's true. I misspoke. Perhaps it doesn't look like an intentional one, but it was definitely a nice tuck setup.
Ooh.
I don't think he can fit a piece in there.
Maybe the modern touch. Maybe Bowser could figure something out.
Yeah. Can you even put a T in there in modern guidelines?
I don't know. It seems you don't think it's possible, and you see the people grind that stuff into those gaps.
Yeah.
But he's handling like a champ.
Yeah, I
With
wonder,
this double, he's going to open up the well, and Birb's going to have the one Tetris lead. 40 lines in. Really like having the same piece sets, though. This works way better than the Game Genies in South Carolina. By the way, if anybody wants a Game Genie, hit me up. I got 10 of them. I don't need them anymore.
So hyper tapping with Corian was kind of like this resurrection of this ancient technique
Yes.
from Thor. But rolling, does it feel different?
It does, because it's not intense. It's so zen. It doesn't. It's gonna. When somebody wins a major tournament with it, then it's gonna take off.
Yeah.
But it's a secret that we all know right now, and it's at where hyper tapping was in 2017 when just Corian was doing it. We're at that same point. It's going to need that moment in the spotlight for everybody to take it up. And Birb's playing great here. 2 Tetrises up against the #1 seed.
My goodness, yeah, he's holding on to a lead.
Yep.
Exactly where you want to be.
He almost smirked at that. He's like, I know it's going to come. I know it's coming.
He's holding on to it. He's got a true pace lead. They're both at the exact same line count.
Yeah, no, 2 press down points. Oh, no, Birb is pressing down a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's got a 9 in there.
He wants to avoid that tie.
Yes.
No ties around here.
No ties.
The day a tie happens, everyone's going to lose it.
I would love to see a tie in person.
Yeah, I would like to get a clarification what you do in ties, because like if you're on a schedule crunch at a live event, do you do like the fighting game rule and give both players a win rather than replaying it?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I would suggest like I think a 19 star would be fun if that were possible.
Yeah, like a sudden death 19.
But yeah, in the one situation it has happened in the side event for no rotation, they just replayed it.
Right, but those were like a 2-minute game.
Yeah, 2-minute games, of course.
You can't go full another 10 minutes when you've got a schedule to keep. So
If you're on a time crunch, yeah, in a best of 3, if they tie, you just give them both
you
a win.
You give them both a win,
and then it's a decider immediately.
that's the immediate decider, right?
Hey, I mean, I think
Then
that
in like a fighting game, if it's a decider, then you do the full replay.
yeah.
But Dr. Mario plays the same way. Like if you both win the game, then it gives both players a crown.
So meanwhile, both these games have been real clean,
Yeah.
but Birb Wizard still has the lead.
But barely, and Huff with another missed drop.
He's going to be okay, but that does open up.
That's a pace killer.
Exactly, it gives Birb Wizard opportunity to build a lead before transition. Or continue building the lead.
Such a nice change of pace. We're actually, having some good discussion and talking about the game and not screaming. So, GG Scout. Birb trying to not trying to panic. He knows he's got the very slight lead. They're about to transition, but he's like, all right, I've got this. But he's playing it a little on the safer side. No reason to take a crazy risk at this point.
These are nice, safe moves.
Yes. But if you're playing the number 1 seed, you make him play it out. You did that?
Yep.
And what was Birb's qual score there?
739.
739. See, I don't even need to research it. He's just listening to me. Transition with a clean board.
It's very doable. It's
Yeah.
only like, to beat that, you'd only need about 200k post here.
As I say, Huff took the lead, but then another misdrop. Misplace, I should
Ooh.
say.
Okay, Birb can survive here, but he needs a long bar. Hey,
Yes!
he gets it!
Nicely done.
Okay, he's not going to go left well. That would have been really aggressive. He's just going to burn it down safely.
Come on, who do you think I am?
Huff's only less than a Tetris ahead, so it's really close. Oh my gosh, Birb Wizard taking the safety triple.
The nice, very safe.
Yep.
But he's down 3,000 points.
This is anybody's match. An early top out could decide the game.
Huff's going to get a little dicey here.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah,
Birb gets a long bar. He's
Ooh.
got a steady lead now in this game.
but he's
no
having
pressure.
to burn a lot still. Actually, Birb Wizard has the lead back.
Yeah.
My goodness, he's set up for a Tetris. Oh my gosh, getting those squares to the left.
Huff's clean again. He's down 10,000 points. Takes the lead again with that Tetris. Birb's okay.
Birb closing in on his qualifying score. Only around 100,000 points to go. Oh no, and another misdrop for Huff.
Huff's not. Ooh!
Okay. Now, this is no problem for Huff if he doesn't misdrop to get a long bar over. And there it goes, yeah. With plenty of room to spare
Fortunate
with
line
rolling.
bar for Birb. Takes the lead. Oh, wait. Virtual tie.
650 to 658. Huff is only a couple thousand points ahead. And he's stuck with a slightly dirty board at the bottom, and Birb is clean. Birb's going for the Tetris. And he gets it!
He gets it.
Just in time after a misdrop.
Now how to handle that. Gets the L over. Nicely done.
Yeah, he's going to be able to skim off the top here. Oh!
Ooh.
That actually shuts off the skim. That's going to be tough.
Big inhale there.
Ooh! Oh
Gets
my
it
gosh!
out.
Clutch long bar to the left.
Gonna have to repeat it there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it hangs a long bar. And he's ahead though. Huff has to chase down 694,000. Huff needs 695.
Oh my god. You got it, man.
So a couple thousand points to go. Huff can line it out. One more line. There it is.
Nicely done. Made him earn it. Hey now.
6-9, 6-9.
Clip that, please. Kingsman36.com. Buy the shirt.
All right, we got Mike Winston and Draco up next.
Hey, I got 5 money. I'm happy.
Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, the classic matchup.
Oh my goodness, we got real life geographical rivalries in here.
Pittsburgh. Where are you from? Oh my God. Here, you go in front of me then.
Oh my goodness. Ohio versus Pennsylvania. This is a home match for Ohio. Hometown turf.
What's the screen name? It's Nick, I know, but what's the screen name?
Storm and Norman. It's kind of long. Or
You
wait,
can put Draco.
Draco. Yeah, Draco.
CO?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I go by Draco.
So we'll give your geographical tags on the stream there. Bitter rivals. Mike Winsenek with one of the clutchiest pullouts there at the very end, getting a left well Tetris right before kill screen to force the upset.
Some veteran grit.
Good stuff. '90 Nintendo World Championship finalist Mike Winsenek, Storm Chaser, Stormin' Norman Draco, Nick. Scaring little children with stories of storm chasing.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, Mike has the 2 hearts. Chat is alerting
That's
us.
all right. Hey, chat's better than I am at this.
Land Dweller popping in. He's a fan of Winsenek's haircut.
So next year I'll probably be going out with my research professor. I'm specifically looking at
You went in?
No, I'll grab something.
Okay. Perfect. Did you order? Okay, he's getting food now, and then we've got several people come in and out. So just go ahead and go now. Chat wants to know what you're eating, Scout. Come on, tell everybody. What are you eating?
I have
You
no
having a
idea.
ramen dog? You having a pizza?
I need to look at the menu.
You having a... Oh.
Okay.
Highly recommend Raising Cane's across the street if you want cheap chicken fingers.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
I had it for the first time this summer.
Marfram's cheering in the chat for Draco.
Represent Pennsylvania.
Hey, represent Pittsburgh right here.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Grand Designs will be cheering along. He'll do commentary from 12 feet away. That's cool. We love Grand Designs.
Probably not even 10 minutes, honestly.
I had no idea until like a month ago.
It's a tough matchup for me. I've lived both in Ohio and Pennsylvania. I don't know where my loyalty is.
You're
in
a
this.
current Pennsylvania, but you're Philly. See, Philly hates Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
like,
true. That's
I'm
true.
Cincinnati. I don't particularly like Cleveland, but I love Mike Winsenek. So I'm like
yeah,
all over
yeah.
the place too. I'm rooting for kill screens. That's all I'm going to root for.
That's
here.
true. Yeah, good matches. Stormin' Norman's. Oh my gosh, he was balling out with that 19 dig. Mike Winsenek, it's something I noticed when I actually got to judge him. I rarely talk about this. I was at the 2018 West Coast Qualifier in Pittsburgh.
East Coast, yeah. See, I'm doing
East
it.
Coast.
I do it too.
Gosh darn it. And I noticed something very particular about Mike Wisniewski. He warms up on 18. Very few players do that.
Whatever it takes.
Exactly. It's worked out for him so far. Perhaps it's the strategy of warming up at the level
Nice
he's
job,
going to
Birb.
be playing on first. And he'll worry about 19 if it comes.
I love that gamer face on Wisniewski too. Just no emotion. Reminds me a lot of. Svavar. I couldn't pronounce. I like saw the name, but I couldn't pronounce it.
Oh, yeah.
When you get old, there's your brain Swiss cheese. Like I saw the bald head. I saw the cold eyes. Couldn't pronounce the name. Svavar. Thank you.
I got a C27 first 1.2. Yeah.
Go with the F's. You got 1.5.
Shout out to Lady Illucina, who paid $25 to watch this on plain internet.
Wow.
Hey, premier esport in the world on its way up.
There we go.
Literally 8 miles high. Are we guys ready?
All right, you can count it down.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Identical through 4 pieces. 5, 6,
Clone
7.
Tris.
Oh,
There it is. Much like the difference between Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
both identical scores so far. A single and a trip, Tetris.
Oh, yeah, they let you do it. Yeah? Yeah.
Linda and Una with the food strats.
I did that
Oh yeah,
last year.
coming in clutch.
Getting the stuff with the fries. And I was like, oh, like, it doesn't. I need something.
Speaking of food, I'm really looking forward to the North Market tomorrow. I'm going to engorge myself on everything I shouldn't. What's up, kiddo? My daughter gave me the stink eye for some reason.
So both players barely 1,000 points apart. So now,
Ooh.
am I able to say it? Neck and neck match.
Yeah.
Is there a quota? Is there like a tally
No.
mark of how many I can say that?
Just do, like, if you annoy the chat, you're winning.
All right, cool.
It's pretty hard to annoy the chat.
We thrive on catchphrases. Like I said, it's 1980s Saturday Night Live. We're just nothing but catchphrases for the commentary team.
All right, so what pieces? Ooh, nice.
I liked both players going with the line tower on the left.
Yeah, Draco, the Tower of Lines. Draco, yeah, the 9 wide board strats. Mike getting a little bit of cheese on the board, but he's cleaning it up. Almost a dirty Tetris. Takes the dirty triple.
It's down about 40,000. Tetris and a half. Well within reach. Nothing. No reason to panic. Can't tell.
Draco is using this burn sequence, though, from Mike to build up a little bit of a lead.
Yep.
He's now up about 60,000 points.
And totally different play styles. Draco's kind of hamming it up with people. Giving his own commentary about his own mistakes, and Mike just doesn't say a word, just ice cold, completely focused.
I've heard that about the NWC competitors. They have ice in their veins.
Yes, they have to. They had to, I mean, you faced hundreds and hundreds of opponents.
Oh my goodness, this is a little bit of trouble for
Ooh,
Draco.
Draco. Manageable. Oh, look. Oh, he's calm.
He's telling us he's fine. There
Gets
it is.
the line. Does get a Tetris with it. Mike is clean, and with the Tetris, he'll narrow that gap. There it is. 2 wide well to work with. There's a dirty Tetris for Draco.
Oh my goodness.
Dirty Draco? Maybe? Dirty? No, one away.
Dirty triple. Still hanging on to about a 50,000 point lead.
It's going to narrow right there, though.
Yeah, that's true. Now Mike has the clean board and Draco's the one burning.
So for your advanced stats talk, talk about pace and everything.
Yeah.
You need a computer program to analyze these two boards and anticipate the likelihood of getting a Tetris for the next score.
That is very true.
And that's then your pace numbers are going to make more sense.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to ask.
It's the next level for sure. Yobi9 has some preliminary statistics about board health in his program. It just mainly measures simple things like Tetris readiness and slope and stuff for now.
Right.
But someday that could be coming. I would love to see stats like that.
So Draco is clean, and as soon as he cleaned up, he dirtied it again. He spilled wine on his newly cleaned carpet. And Mike has taken the one Tetris lead, and he's about to be Tetris ready again, and we are approaching transition. He plays it safe. Tight match like that, it's interesting to see what players do. It's a nice micro adjustment to fill in a line dependency. Make the line dependency filled in immediately, and my computer falls asleep.
But Mike continuing to lay down the Tetrises, and Draco having to burn a bit. So Mike is using this opportunity to extend the lead.
Mike is going hard. I love it. Both players going hard. Haven't really seen the early top out since round 0. I mean, there's been some like mid 18s, but no like sub 100,000 point games that I really recall.
It's nice to see because there's nothing that feels worse as a competitor than topping out early.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I got out of our system. I took the bullet for everybody.
Took the bullet for the team.
Yes.
Draco
Mike though,
transition.
tearing it up. He's going to transition with a 500 if he gets the Tetris.
Opts
Goes
for
for the
save.
double.
Yeah, safe burn.
He's got a 50,000 point lead, about 2 Tetrises into 19, playing 19 well. Bangs it down. Tetris ready again.
Mike is balling out on 19.
Did that literally go over the... Oh my lord.
Oh, we had a
We're
drink
up in
go over the
balcony,
roll
and a
at
drink
rank.
went over the balcony by...
Oh no! Mike with some hangs, needs a long bar. Isn't gonna get it. Oh no. Mike's gonna top out at 536. Draco needs 537 to win. He's long bar ready. There's the Tetris.
There's one, but this isn't the optimal board to be building Tetrises with.
Yeah, probably wants to burn it down. Only needs a Tetris and change or just lining it out for a couple levels.
Dilate bar staff. None of our players did that.
Is he setting up the left well Tetris?
Oh my goodness.
This is gutsy.
This
Oh
is,
no, and a miss
he's
drop.
dependent.
Oh no!
He's dependent on the right. He's got to fill it in.
Oh!
He doesn't get it!
Bad stacking. I didn't purposely do that.
Wins the neck, takes game 1. The failed chase down.
Good game, good game.
The heart was already up there. I missed taking it off, so it's obviously rigged. I knew he was going to win.
I love the suggestion if Mike is going to start on level 9 in memory of his finals match against Jonas in 2012.
18 throughout, but I'd pay $1 for that.
Mike the Killer, 1 game away from the semifinals. All right.
All right,
Are we ready?
we got it. We got countdowns and ready time.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Tetris! Mike is ice cold, and Mike is a competitor who's been in multiple finals and live events.
Mike going for the spin and nails it.
Nice. He's feeling it.
Drago going for the dirty Tetris.
Drago going dirty.
Boom, dirty Tetris.
Dirty Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Steelers, not so much. Just saying.
Still got their franchise QB.
Draco. Draco just waiting for this long bar
Wow.
and finally gets the Tetris.
Same piece sets, but it seems like a total. I mean,
Draco's had several
Wow.
untimely squares early on. This is a annoying early dig to be in.
he,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, he's.
These are some rough squares.
Look at this square burst.
Square wave.
It's like the worst package of Starburst. They're all like white flavor, like no flavor. They just.
All these square shapes, he's getting boxed in with all these squares.
Is Mike getting the square burst too? I mean, he should be, but he must be handling it much
Oh
better.
yeah, he's getting the same squares, but he's lower down. He has more flexibility in his stack.
Well, Mike's only had 4,000, so both players have handled the square burst, and we're out of danger.
I think Mike opted to just play it safe and burn towards the bottom, whereas Draco had to dig up at the top.
Two different strategies and virtually the same result.
Yeah. I mean, Mike has done great tournament strats so far. He hasn't needed max
Yeah.
outs or crazy stuff to win.
No.
Just solid games, no early top outs.
A little bit of luck with the last one, but you take every W. You have. And that was that situation with that last game that it was multiple Tetrises to win, and lining out takes an awful long time. You're just never quite sure whether to, be aggressive and go for the Tetrises to win,
Yeah.
or line it out and need like 60 lines. That's a lot of singles.
Oh, and another untimely
Wow.
square for Draco. Draco's getting cursed with squares this game.
No.
Gets out of it with a Tetris, though.
L7.
That's a good band name, Untimely Square.
L7's an actual band name.
Oh, what?
Zoomers.
Hey, I'm not bad yet.
Mike Winsenek with the one Tetris lead, halfway to transition, 235, 203.
Oh, there's not a single red piece
No
on the
red
board.
pieces.
Why did it go back? Who did that?
Draco speculating that there was foreign interference with his game, calling out who did that.
It was obviously Peyton. Mike waiting.
Like staring down this Tetris, just waiting for it to come.
Decides
the
to burn. He had the too wide well. It was ready to go. But now he won't get a Tetris here. So you take the triple and you build up on one, or do you burn it down? He's going to burn it down.
It always sucks to have that well open with the one hole in the bottom. It's like you gotta
Yeah.
waste a long bar and a triple, but it's a necessary
Looks
evil.
like he's going to go for the column 5. Nope,
Burns it
does-
down.
does
Safe
it not.
move.
Yep. I love it. I love the safe tournament strats. We're at
Oh, nice tuck sequence from Storm and Orman.
both players Tetris ready. We are about a 7,000 point difference again.
Such a close match.
I'm loving it.
Mike
has not moved a muscle other than his hands this past 15 minutes.
It's true. You could do a time lapse of Mike and it would barely move.
Right. Again, Mike is playing it safe, keeping it low, burning it down. Oh,
Ooh.
hangs an L. Maybe you can tuck a T in there.
Oh!
Nicely done.
I don't know how to do the spin toss. I should probably learn.
Very nice double tuck from Draco.
Whatever it takes. But he's still not Tetris ready.
Yes.
Mike is ahead 2 Tetrises now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike.
transition, frick.
Draco remembers the transition just in time. Safely transitions with a low board.
The commentators would be paying attention. We could have told him that.
Mike transitions. He had a little bit of a high board, but got it. Oh no!
That's going to be a lot of burning down. That's about a 5-line solve.
Yeah, ideally, would love to skim off the top, but Mike gets cursed with the untimely square. Would love a long bar. Needs a long bar. Oh, no.
Too late. He's not going to get it over. It's going to be a 419 top out for Mike Winsenek. It's about the same chase down from before.
But again, he needs a lead. Can Draco chase this down? He's got a top board.
That's a lot of burning. But now, like, he's forced to burn down. He doesn't have to make that choice. But he's going to need a 420 hay now.
Needs 420,000.
You don't want to burn it with the 420 until you actually have the 420.
Yeah.
You do need a medical card in Ohio.
This board is diggable, but one misdrop could be fatal.
And the line piece did not help.
Oh,
did
no.
not help.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Do you believe in miracles? Mike Winsenek is in the top 4.
Mike is on to the semifinals in his first tournament in years.
Give the man some applause. OHIO, the hometown hero.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll say. I definitely want to do one of the finals matches with the hype commentary.
All right, guys. We got to...
All right, guys, I'm back behind the mic for this one. Hell yeah!
All right, take away the hearts this time. Payne's going to warm up on 29.
Yeah, Mike Winsenek is definitely the surprise of this entire tournament. 13 seed has already just taken down 2 really, really tough opponents, the 4 seed and the 5 seed. He's going up against a number 1 seed in the next round, but Mike W. definitely has the consistency to be able to give Huff a challenge, especially after some of the suffers that Huff had in the last round. Definitely cannot count him out. Huff is still definitely the favorite to take this one down, but we're definitely have a heck of a semifinal coming.
Ohio, baby. Beat the evil Pittsburgher.
Hey, every tournament has a Cinderella story. 13 seed in the Final Four.
So we'll do this, then you can jump in because GD's up next.
Yeah. Which, again, I need a miracle to get past Nolan.
Huh? I'm good for now, but my food's coming, so when the food comes, I'll jump off.
Yeah, I definitely want to jump in for one of the final matches with my hype commentary.
We have a sodium yet? Is he modern Tetrising?
Hey, give it all you got, Peyton.
The worst thing that could happen.
Do we need to move up GD's match?
I'll play first if you guys want to move it up. I don't care.
Yeah,
Do we have a sodium?
Where's Nolan?
Nolan's also up here. Oh, Nolan's warming up.
I don't care. I'll play it up if you guys want me to.
I'll commentate then.
Go for it, Peyton.
I'll go behind the booth for this.
Yeah.
Hey, Nolan, you want to go now? All right. On the fly, baby.
Live.
We are live. We're going to have Peyton on commentary. We're going to have Nolan.
But yeah, after some change of plans and a little swap at the commentary booth, Grand Designs is now going to be playing his match, and instead of me playing it, I'm going to sit here and help Bidwell with some hopefully exciting commentary.
Oh, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for coming this weekend. Thanks for going to the game last night. You and your dad's the hero. He seemed pretty not into any of this, and he's still hung out and supported you. So
Definitely
great A dad there.
Definitely just absolute just champion hero he deserves any prize as much as I do.
Hey, that's right. You're in the money, man.
I'm humbled for sure. But yeah, hello everyone.
That's at its current rate, I think we calculate it's $30 at the moment. So if that goes up even more, that might cover your CTWC entry. There's a BeastinShen showing up. What's up, Shen?
So everyone here, no.
What's that? Yeah, we're just doing the next match, but we'll need him soon.
This is still the top 8. Sodium is maybe doing guideline stuff. We're not sure. And Vandy?
Sodium's so good, but he can't be in 2 places at once. He ain't that good.
Hi, Vandy. Yes, you might get to see your Grand Decider.
Yep, you guys ready?
There is a set bracket. We just don't know where Sodium is. No, Sodium's not disqualified by any means. Although, you know,
Might not at the moment.
I mean, if he just straight up disappears, Sodium fears Peyton. No, it's the other way around.
Sodium underdose.
Peyton does fear Sodium.
The 29 warm-up. You should give Nolan the flex tape pad if he makes it to the finals.
I'll do it.
I think that'd be appropriate if he could. But then again, if you're in the finals with him, then don't give him the hat. Like, don't give him that advantage. We ready over there? We're seating up here. Game number 3 of the top 8. All right, in 3, 2, 1, hell yeah!
Yes, that is a ring on Grand Design's hand. So, ladies, I am sorry. He is married and he is taken.
Yeah, my wife's the best woman that ever walked the face of the earth.
A loyal husband with some wholesome content. One of the reasons why he did get a higher seed in the Dad I'd Like the Friend tournament for some intense DILF energy.
Early on, the man today, Nolan, the number 1 seed. Or Sodium number 1 seed. I get my
Puff's
stuff
number
right.
1.
Puff's number 1. See, he was a max. Like, everybody broke a million. Ooh. I mean, it's early. Is that intentional? Is that the strat now? Is just to take a garbage piece and just hang it up there like a laundry and hope it airs out? Air out the stink?
Worked out just perfectly.
Yeah.
For Nolan.
Setting it in the corners so no realize when it's done.
The new strat, I guess, is hanging your laundry in the middle of the top of the board.
That's a Nenu stretch right there.
Getting really high, but gets the long bar and scores a Tetris.
Gets the double Tetris, commanding a 100,000 point lead right now. Grand Design said this is all he hoped to make in the tournament, but if you're here, you might as well play it.
Oh, pause strat there from Nolan. No, that's probably just.
That's up to the judge. It's up to the judge to determine that. I mean, this isn't CTWC. This is WPL.
I think by Shen rules that might be a disqualification, but it was an accidental. You could tell.
That's. I mean, that's the judge can make that determination. You immediately start it up again.
Yeah. And Foiled seems to be okay with it, so.
So yeah, it's up to Foil. It's his call. Foil, you cool with that pause? All right, Foil said he's all good. You heard it. Judges enforce the rules, so.
More like World Puddle League because Nolan's got the drift.
Ooh. Nolan's been playing up a bit. GD has closed the gap a little bit.
Still a suffer game for me.
You can.
We all get them.
It's reflected in both of their scores, honestly, because Nolan, as a very strong player, and only having 226,000 through 72 lines is quite not the most optimal score by any means. But once again, it's still really early on. You know, we're a little over halfway through pre-transition play, and Nolan has the chops to go all the way to kill the screen.
Building that blue tower though with those Z's. Oh, Nolan getting dangerous.
Oh.
No, this isn't optimal. The line piece is going to help a little bit.
Needs something for that left now. And
He's not getting it.
And
He
it's gonna
doesn't. He
hang.
doesn't miss it. Grand Designs has a chase down. He needs 276,000. And the normally very animated Grand Design does not said a word.
I ain't saying shit till I get it. He said a few words. I have blown many chase downs by my losing.
Well, he's got a virtually perfect board right now. 276, correct?
yes. Thank you. So he needs one more Tetris.
One more Tetris will do it. Setting up. He's setting up for Tetris. Look at this with style.
And Tetris.
One more thousand.
Oh, he needs
not,
a single.
Not quite. Not quite. There it is. Nope. Nope. Still not.
He needs one more. Push down.
Delayed win. Oh, look at this. Look at this flex.
And
Boom.
Tetris. Can we get a hell yeah for Grand Designs taking the first heart?
GD, what was your chance to win by one pushdown point?
Wow.
The commentary duo right now is the lovely Chris Bidwell and, of course, myself, Peyton, on Tetris. Oh, one! Tetris! Yeah, rhubarb. We all can't be you. Yeah, it's a best of 3 up until the top 4.
Well, the finals will be top 5 for sure. The top 4, we have not made that determination. It is 8 o'clock in the East. We don't want to be here till 3 a.m., so we will confer with other players and see what they want. But we decided to put every match on stream from round 1 on, so that was the sacrifice we made. It was either split it up, off stream, on stream, or best of 3, best of 5. But that is not a mistake, Hart, even though I am in control of the hearts on the stream. Grand Design does have a game on Nolan at the moment, and Nolan's not looking so hot. 35,000 through 20 lines, and he is cheesed to oblivion. He needs some chocolate milk to fix this.
All it takes is persistence and a little bit of sweat to just be able to chop away.
We have been here. A lot of the players did get here at 10 a.m. to help set up, so this is a 10-hour day for a lot of players, so the optimum gameplay might be gone.
But yeah, Richard Wolf, we are not sure what happened to Sodium. We're assuming playing some guideline at one of the many other events there.
Sodium?
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll get to see him absolutely destroy me coming up very soon.
Yeah, unconventional Tetris from Nolan to get back into shape, but in the meantime, Grand Designs has an 80,000 point lead.
Hell Hell yeah!
80,000 don't mean shit this thing.
Peyton's hell yeah is like the greatest moment of this entire tournament.
Oh, connecting to chat.
Love it.
And a nice Tetris there for Nolan, going up to 118. Definitely has a little bit the catch up in terms of scoring, but once again, Nolan being a hyper tapper, I'm sure you're all sick of hearing this, but does have a little bit of a distinct advantage, of course, playing on faster speeds, being able to stack higher. But we'll have to get the transition first, just on the off chance.
Just what happened last game. You just never know. Maybe the sunglasses don't help. Uh-oh. All right, we're still streaming, right?
Yep.
Looks like we're streaming. Good. Lost Wi-Fi on the scorekeeping computer, which is where we have the chat up. All right. Hope and pray that it goes through.
Awesome.
We still have a game going. No one has closed the gap and taken the slight lead. But if you are Grand Designs, you are shocked to a core that you're in this position.
Very shocked.
But you don't give it up.
Grand Designs definitely will appreciate, the losing maybe a quarter of a point in ELO if a loss does go his way, but gaining so much if it does.
It's all gravy for me at this point.
Now, do you get ELO for for going like one and two? Like, you don't lose as much? Is there a difference?
Yeah, there is like a ranking or like a sliding scale in terms of how well you do against your opponent as well, in terms of like games match. So like a decider will net you the least gain,
least damage.
Yeah. So
Is it possible you're playing against an opponent so good that if you lose 2-1, you gain ELO? Like if I beat JD Saley one game somehow, would I gain ELO, even though he beat me 2 games after that?
You would not, but
No.
you would lose less ELO than you would have gotten if you had gone straight.
Okay, so it's locked into results first.
Yep. Pumpy Heart saying you lose less from a 2-1 than a 2-0. Thank you, the lovely ELO, one of the lovely ELO men, Dr. Pumpy Heart.
Yeah, I am looking forward to working with Pumpy Heart and CTWC in 2 months.
Pumpy does a lot and is wonderful.
JD's in a little trouble here. GD, not JD. See, I know JD Saley. I know a JD from my work. Then I know JB Henry from Dr. Mario. And now I know GD from here. So it's just too many G's, D's, J's.
And we have a transition for Nolan. Not looking the best, but not
No.
looking the worst.
He is now ahead by 150,000. But GD gets a line over.
That dig was way too perpetual. Way too perpetual.
All right, and that'll do it.
So we have ourselves a decider.
Give them a hand, folks.
At least
1-1.
That was just perpetual dig right there.
Did we find sodium?
No.
All right. Huh? Yeah. No. Any word? Okay. So we got a decider.
Decider. Let's do it.
Spam those emotes in the chat.
E2, D2.
Say Peyton sent you. I'm a mod. I can allow that.
Alright, let's get this society started.
3, 2, 1, Tetris!
What are you thinking, Scout?
Yes.
Best of 5 or best of 3, since it's pretty late. Una's putting up the 3 fingers. We're getting a lot of threes over here. Yeah, well, we'll do 5 for the finals.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
I agree with 3.
But that's getting everybody on stream. That was the compromise.
I think that's a much better thing.
Hi,
Dick.
Toogie. Hi, Dimsy. Burrito Dad. Wonderful people.
Curfew.
When are the finals? So the finals will be probably in a little over an hour. If
We're gonna do best 2 of 3 in the top 4.
and there's still one more top
There's
8
still
match.
one more top 8, so we're gonna be here a while. But we kind of want some fun time too. We don't want to just Tetris and go home.
Yeah,
We're not gonna bowl, but we're gonna do other fun stuff.
like Pal.
Ooh.
Like Pal Tetris.
Like PAL, baby. 50 euros on the line for the winner of the PAL tournament.
Imagine playing Pal. Wait, that might be me. That's scary. I'm not good at Pal.
Nolan flirting near the top in a decider. And GD behind 40,000 points.
A Tetris there for Nolan.
What do we got? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do we're gonna do best of 3 in the semis then.
Ooh, Nolan. Really good pieces there. Really good stacking with those
Yeah,
pieces.
we'll do that.
Has a nice double white. Gets the long barn. Takes the Tetris. Going up to 169,000 points. Hey now.
Right out of my book, Peyton.
Peyton, like,
And another
evolving
Tetris.
before your ears.
I like it.
Like, he was so quiet when I
want some
first
more
met
of
him
it.
last night, and now all of a sudden he's screaming, you know, it's great. I love it. It's all the power of the flex tape hat. But that's not all!
I saw this, but wait, there's more!
2 rolls of flex tape!
You order right now, get 2 rolls of Flex Tape for the price of 1!
And a slap chop! But we got a game here. 245 Peyton. Not Peyton, Nolan. It's a two-syllable name youngster.
That's the next
I-
level stuff, right?
Yeah, Peyton's doing great. He still has a chance to.
Is PAL 60 allowed? No, we actually have 2 PAL consoles and some PAL TVs.
Yeah, we have a couple PBMs set to the proper hertz, and they will be playing for 50 euros or $58.98. I even got change to give the proper change.
That's great.
But yes, this is the World Puzzle League CTWC qualifying event in Columbus, Ohio.
There's an old club here called the Al Rosa Villa, unfortunately, where Dimebag Darrell from Pantera was shot and killed. But the radio ads for that club would, this guy would come on the radio and go, Columbus, Ohio, and I need to get one of those out, and also bring up sad history of our town.
Rest in peace, Dime. You are
Dimebag.
missed. We love you.
They just tore that club down like this past couple months. Yeah, they've sold and they're building condos there. Go figure.
Yeah, they had an auction there like a few days ago.
Oh, it's not torn down yet, but I know that it's on Slate too.
Oh, and a misdrop there
Oh,
from
Grand Designs, come on, man.
And that long bar there in column 4 is going to spell
That's
the
gonna
ad.
be Doom and
Oh,
Nolan.
Nolan.
Reverse sweeps.
He's not even rolling, but he's rolling his way to the top 4.
He's not even Nolan. My wife laughed. That's all that matters. So what we're gonna do, since we don't have Sodium, is we're gonna do our second semifinal match, and then we'll go back and make Sodium do a 2 in a row, if necessary.
All right, so pop it, Mike. CCM style.
Yep. Is Mike and Huff available?
Would the king like to come back on the mic?
My gosh.
He's probably.
Working up to every level.
Oh. Well, now it's a potentially dynamic duo. The king.
This is about to pick up, as JR would say.
Business about to pick up here.
A DAS player, then he defeated a tapper, and now he's facing a roller.
He's getting all of the Classic Tetris here.
Full playstyle gauntlet.
Sodium's playing Puyo Puyo Tetris against Firestorm. That's probably what's on that monitor right there.
So there you go, Peyton. You can take a look. There's the bracket for everybody to see. Huff and Mike. We're going to go to semifinal first. Sodium needs time. He's got to go play Puyo Puyo Tetris. He's involved in a major battle going on over there. You can check it out on the Hard Drop channel. Excellent stuff going on. Scout is recording everything.
And Man of Plate. Yes, this was a live in-person event, obviously, as you can see. This, unfortunately, will be only today, but in the future, based on what it was a $20 entry fee, and it was, no level, no skill cap. Any player can play and give a qualifier.
So here we go. Roller on the left. Falabagaz, baby. Against Mike W., the crafty veteran, the DAS hero today, making it to the top 4. He's in big prize money, Peyton. Oh, my word. He's looking to see, can he get a little bit closer? Winner of this will be guaranteed 25% of the Matcherino prize. Oh, baby.
And we had some very generous contributions earlier. A $500 contribution, which is just absolutely amazing that someone would think so highly of our scene and really just be able to allow us to reward people who came from all over the country to play Tetris and just share the love with everyone else.
Hey, awesome.
The CTWC this year is going to be online. You can find out more information in the Classic Tetris World Championship Discord and also in the Peace Dependency podcast, with the most recent episode being Vince Clemente, the organizer and lovely, lovely individual who helps bring the Classic Tetris World Championships to your eyeballs every year.
Said beautifully like a pro, Peyton, truly, without question. All right, so when these guys are ready to go, they'll give the judge the ready. Get the same seeds going. We've been doing the same seeds throughout. Thanks to Chris Bidwell's help of getting Tetris Gym set up on all these matches, breaking all the rules today. But it's okay. Live events. Got it.
I'm going to grab a drink after this match.
If you are in Columbus, you can still come down. Admission, you can still, it costs nothing just to spectate, and if you want to play, there are TVs that you can still play on.
We got ready to go. The time, baby. The semifinal number 1 begins. And count it down. 3, 2, 1.
Tetris!
Double T's tell us same seeds here, Peyton. It's all good. You can hear faintly in the background the Ohio fan base here rooting for Mike W., the hometown guy.
Barrett in the chat also rooting on Mike. Some old school lovelies cheering on some old school lovelies.
Without question. So Peyton, a little bit surprising to you that Mike has done this well. He's showing everybody that he's still viable in the community.
I mean, as a DAS player, it's encouraging to see that someone who helped pioneer the scene can still just really reel in with, the best of the best, like Huff right now, or Valor, or even a tapper like Draco. Is absolutely phenomenal, and you see both of these players having a slower start.
Yeah, hopefully got a Tetris here to go to 76,000. Mike sitting at 48. Mike kind of just keeping with his game plan today. He's going to just keep his boards under control, not get crazy with builds, keeping it safe, burn when needed. And there you go. He's got a nice build set up. No long bars for either of these guys. Finally, there it is.
And both players taking a Tetris.
Taking a Tetris, as Peyton would tell you. Both already with the early lead here, Peyton at 107. Mike, not liking this situation. You saw he was shaking his head. Trying to get those T's over very well, man. Amazing task here from Mike. It's not easy, Peyton. You know that. Those S's and T's all the way to the left that high, very difficult.
And just smooth, just like absolutely like butter as a player. Just placing the pieces where they totally belong.
Or you're just using a song reference here. Smooth like butter. Nobody? Anybody? Anybody? Clearly not. Terrible.
Both players, once again, scoring Tetrises. We have a little bit of a lead developing for Hufflepuffus at 205,000 points now through 56 lines. So definitely keeping on pace a little more. Had a slower start, but is just scoring away now. And Mike, with that Tetris there, going with 176,000 points.
And a big reminder to players that this is still best of 3. We're in the semifinals. The final will be a best of 5, so you'll get that. But there's still another tough best of 3 happening here. Game number 1, without question, huge.
Now, King, will the winner of the tournament win the prize pool and a free entry into the Classic Tetris World Championships qualifying?
Why, Peyton, thanks for asking that. They most certainly will. Yes, the winner will not only get cash prize, but they will get a entry fee waived for CTWC's 2021 qualifier. And there you go. Oh my gosh. You see that long bar there? Unbelievable from Huff. He's building to the sky. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Ooh, Huff.
Channel my inner Joey Styles. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Only Peyton and I got that reference at all. That's for Huff. Huff is at 351. Mike sitting at 283. So Mike hanging in there, even in lines. He's been playing his game all day today, Peyton. It's worked out for him. He's been taking on some really tough opponents. But as mentioned, he's faced everybody. He's faced Daz, he's faced Tap, and now he's taking on Roller.
If he can hang in there with Huff, there's little that he can't do. I mean, Huff, one of the clear favorites in this tournament. I mean, just really coming on with this rolling in a matter of months, being able to almost perfect the play style, and just really, I mean, pulling out a 1.2 today with rolling, not his typical playstyle, and it makes you wonder, will he adopt this as his permanent playstyle going forward in the CTWC?
I mean, I would imagine so. If you're starting to get big scores with that, you're going to just move over and switch. Like, why would you delay it for any other reason unless without any confidence? If you don't feel confident about the playstyle, why are you doing it in the first place?
And Mike definitely still keeping on like a very good pace. 400,000 at 113, so can maybe still pull out maybe a low 500 or a high like a 480 at this point, if RNG does allow and doesn't just cause him to keep burning.
Oh, Lombard getting whipped over to the left side. Getting close to transition here, Peyton. Spicy stuff going to be happening. 434 from Mike. 477 for Huff. Huff a little bit of a nasty S hanging around over there.
And Huff just being able to will the pieces to the left that high, and might be able to open this up right before transition. Will require just perfect placements. But as a roller, playing up this high on 19 is almost the new normal. If you can't as a roller, that means you haven't perfected the play style, and it means you probably wouldn't be confident enough playing in a competition. And the dig!
Very nice clear out from Huff. Lombard coming in there. It's a Tetris 520 for the top 4 CTWC finalists 2020.
And yes, Barrett, this round is also a best of 3. Everything up until the finals is a best of 3, where the finals will be a best of 5, as all matches.
CTWC, just like Mike Winsenek.
Let's keep it up with Huff. 511 to 557. Anything can happen. Mistake by Huff could change the climate of the game. Mike's doing what he's been doing, Peyton. He's just been keeping things nice and low, keeping it clean. Playing about 2 off the bottom at the moment, but he's not letting it get in phase. Taking his time. Look at that, nice clean out. Let's see if he's going to go with a column 3. No, he will fill in. No lumbars in sight. It's a good move, to be honest.
Huff, I mean, has some of the most cerebral play in all of Classic Tetris. Definitely one of the best thinkers in terms of stacking, and ranks up there with, I mean, as a tapper, ranks up there with some of the best, being a CTWC top 4 placement. Last year, defeating Joseph Saley to make it to the top 4, and being able to just hang in there against
Dirty Tetris! There you go. Gotta get my stick in too here. Let's go. Mike goes to 567. Huff at 599. Very close game. It's anybody's to the taking. Peyton Huff has not been able to really get this board under control. He's been spending a lot of time getting doubles and triples to clean, but he just cannot find that Tetris to start taking some kind of a lead.
But now, Huff gets it and gets his Tetris, and is finally opening up back to a scoring position. And a nice T-flat there for a burn.
Hope to slam another one to go to 680. Mike, oh, top of the board. There you go. Waiting on the long bar, never shows. And that'll do it. Mike finished. Oh, get a heart. Smiling, he knows one more win away from victory.
One more, and he's in the big money.
So here we go. New seed coming in, Peyton. Huff up 1-0. Mike gonna try to see if he can hopefully take a game here, steal one. It is 18 all the way. There are no level strats at this point. We are here with the big boys now. No more fooling around. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Game number 2 coming up. 3, 2, 1. Tetris, let's go. You know, Peyton, I had a nice conversation with both Huff and Mike. They were, while they were waiting for their matches to come up, they had a discussion amongst each other. Mike was interested. It's like, how are you, what is the grip you have? Why are you doing the rolling? What are you doing with your fingers? And, you know, Huff, being a great guy, as he always is, showed him. He's like, this is what I do. This is my grip. This is how I hold. This is how I flick the controller. You know, he was giving away all his trade secrets. And I think that was pretty commendable by him.
I mean, that was the one thing that Jonas Neubauer was well known for, just being able to just clearly communicate how he was so able to play the game so effectively. And it's all but fitting that the last man to beat Jonas would be the one to continue on the tradition of just helping the community grow like that.
Beautiful segue there, yes. Split triple for Mike at the bottom, but his board is really getting into some major trouble. Hanger T in the middle, and that'll do it.
It happens to the best of us, but Mike put up one hell of a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you give a big round of applause. Mike Winzenek, a man that has not been playing. Coming here today, first live event in almost 2 years, and look at that, goes all the way to semifinals. Congratulations. Nice job by Huff, gets it done.
He was just up here. Where the hell did he go?
He's coming right back.
All right.
I heard him call up, wait 1 second.
Kids, indeed, there you go.
Like running around in circles, up and down, up and down.
There you go. So Huff officially makes it to the final. Some would say not shocking, but I think it was shocking in the opponents that got there to face. So good stuff.
Yeah, I definitely still think Huff's the favorite to take this, but here's the thing, Nolan. I mean, I saw some of the games he was playing in, both in the warm-ups, in the match I was playing against him, in the match before that. Nolan definitely has the chops to be able to take down Huff to get this title. But even still, I mean, he's going to have to face the winner of Peyton and Sodium. So I mean, he's not going to have an easy path to face Huff in the finals here.
I was about to say, Peyton, you sound so different. I couldn't believe that was you. And it turns out it's Grand Designs, baby. GD is back in the house. He's going to come in while Bidwell still takes his rest.
Sodium's here!
And we'll get it going.
All right. Come on, bring that overdose. Hell yeah!
So we're about to get our quarterfinal here, and then immediately you'll get the winner taking on Nolan for the other semifinals. I gotta fix the graphics here because this is not the semi. This will be the quarterfinal. If I can spell it right. There we go. Transitioned over. There's our players. Sodium has been running around all day. He's playing Tetrio, he's playing Puyo, he's playing everything, and here he is about to play in the quarterfinal against Peyton. It's time. They're ready. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Tetris! Yeah, this is a really, really spicy matchup here between Peyton and Sodium. Peyton's become very, very consistent lately. I've played a couple matches against Peyton where he just totally lays down some really, really big scores, has had numerous 600,000 transitions. Sodium Overdose, however, is one of the preeminent tappers in the community, has had numerous high scores, numerous strong tournament results. I would say Sodium is the definitive favorite in this one, but Peyton definitely has a puncher's chance.
I mean, you gotta look at it this way. And the line spin. And look at that. There you go. Peyton wants to show off to the crowd. Show him that we can do the spins. It's a piece of cake. Easy peasy. But to go into what you were saying, GD, I would agree that, you know, Sodium is the overwhelming favorite. He's the number 2 seed, right?
Yes.
The number 2 seed overall in this tournament. He's fought his way, but you also got to think about it this way. You know, Peyton had a hell of a game in his last matchup, and Sodium's been running around all over the place here at the WPL event. And
Let's go, Dirty!
there's a Dirty Tetris, of course, and Sodium has been just going nuts, playing all these different modern games. So I wonder if that's going to affect him. Maybe
It
getting
very
some
well
fatigue.
could. It very well could. But one thing you always have to remember in Classic Tetris, any player who is capable of multiple max outs and multiple 600,000 transitions cannot be taken for granted no matter the opponent.
Here we go, column 8 Tetris for Sodium. 107 to 105, very close start.
Yeah, Peyton's got an early lead in this one right now. Peyton's going to try and get as many points as he can early on in this one because Sodium definitely has a stronger post.
Chat is popping off. Go, go, go. They want to see everybody do well.
Okay, center well set up right here for Peyton. Peyton blasts it down right there, maintaining his lead. 153,000 to 44 lines so far. Pretty strong pace right here from Peyton in the early goings, about a third of the way through pre-transition. Sodium doesn't have the cleanest of boards right now. However, is able to get Tetris ready, and Sodium should be able to get back to scoring without too much more trouble. But nevertheless, Peyton still does have a 1 Tetris lead early on. So Peyton can hold on to that and can play a really solid, consistent post. He might have a shot to try and take this one.
That's right, Lefty Link. This is in person. We're doing a live event here. We are in Columbus, Ohio for the World Puzzle League major event. And we are doing Classic Tetris on this area. You are watching a quarterfinal. The last of the quarterfinals is going on right now as Sodium is trying to make his way into the semi. The winner of this will play Nolan immediately before we go to the final. Wow, exciting day.
Very, very exciting. About halfway through right now, 212,064 lines currently for Sodium, 212,063 lines right now for Peyton. This is about as dead even as you can get halfway through to the transition. Hell yeah! Ooh, misshift right there from Peyton. Peyton's got to be really careful right now. Ooh, Peyton's going to be hanging a lot of pieces right now. Oh, no! Peyton's going to be done at 213. Sodium Overdose takes this one, has a 1-0 lead already, 1 win away from meeting Huffaluffagus, actually meeting Nolan in the semifinals.
Look at that, you're getting ahead of yourself.
I caught myself.
You're caught
Look at
yourself.
I actually got a little thrown off because I just played the first semifinal match before this one.
Yes, we have
I
to-
did. I only got a slight little offsides play right there. Only maybe get the 5-yard penalty, maybe not.
It's all right.
Caught myself as I was going offsides.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Game number 2. Peyton, it's on you. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. GD, I can get some rhymes in
Yeah.
at the opener.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm over here salivating because Scout and Una are having delicious Chinese food. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I definitely got to say, the food in this venue is really, really good. I had a burger and fries earlier. Yeah, this venue in general is just absolutely incredible when it comes to esports. They probably have to have 100 different TVs downstairs.
I got a number of different exciting things here. So, and I'm glad we were able to hang out. We're here hanging out. Retro gaming at its best.
Yeah, I would definitely come to this venue again in a heartbeat if you guys did another tournament here.
Well,
Yeah, it's a pretty easy drive for you. Only about a 3-hour drive in from Pittsburgh.
we'll send your comment cards to BeastinShen, of course.
Yeah, BeastinShen, the man, undisputed. Huge congrats for him to setting all this stuff up.
There you go. Finally, Tetris with Sodium had not been getting anything kicking off here. Spent the first 18 lines playing around.
25 lines, 60,000 right now for Sodium. Slight suffer start for Sodium. About 26 lines, 102,000. Pretty decent, roughly an X4 pace start right now for Peyton. Still very, very early though. Only about a little less than a quarter of the way through pre-transition. Anything can happen in this one, so definitely too early to call anything. Peyton getting a little bit high right now. Peyton's got to take a few burns to be able to open it up. Peyton does open it up. Peyton does blast the Tetris down right there, going to 127,000. Another Tetris followed up right thereafter. 150,000 right now. Opening up about a 40,000 or so point lead over Sodium at about the 1/4 mark.
This is what I was talking about before here, GD, that Sodium could be running into a little bit of the fatigue. He's been playing all these different games today. And it can wear on you, you know. He's jumping around from one place to another, and it's been a long day. It's really been a long day. It's been a fun day, though.
Very fun day.
But you got to imagine he might be starting to get close to the end in his match level play. And
That is very
to play
true.
the heavy guys right now.
Yeah, that is very, very real. But nevertheless, Sodium is recovering his pace a little bit here and does have the 1-game lead right now over Peyton. However, that fatigue could play a factor, whether it's this game, whether it's another game if Peyton forces a decider, or it's in the next round against Nolan. I would say Sodium's definitely got to try and be fully alert because he's got some really tough competition ahead of him.
172 for Sodium, 174. We're at 228 for our friend Peyton on Tetris. Of course, a great community member, always gifting subs to everybody. He loves the community. So he's representing Van Dweller, a big supporter of what Vandy does. Got the Pride Bear on. You can get that at the merch stores. We won't talk about that here, but you can find. You're smart enough, you know where you can find Pride Bears.
Yeah, Sodium's starting to get the pace back a little bit now. 72 lines, 204. Still traced Peyton by about 50,000 points or so. A little bit over the halfway point so far in a pre-transition play. Sodium does look like he's trying to pick up the aggression a little bit here. So definitely going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half of pre-transition and when we get to post-transition.
When Noel is in the chat, crazy matches today indeed, brother.
Very
Been a lot of fun.
crazy.
Been a lot of fun here. Some big surprises going on. You know.
Yeah, speaking of surprises, Mike Winsenet going all the way to the Final Four, like having a layoff in competitive tournaments as long as he did, definitely shows a lot of the players from the old school of Classic Tetris can very much hang with a lot of the new class with consistency. Oh no, Peyton's in trouble! Peyton's in trouble right now. I don't think Peyton's going to be able to get out of it. No, Peyton's done! Only a 10,000 point chase down for Sodium here. Sodium finishes it off, and he is going to the Final Four to face Nolan. Hell yeah! GG's both players.
And now technically it's the final three because we already played the one semifinal. So now we're moving on to a final three. And we're going to jump into that match pretty quickly, as you'll see Nolan coming in. They'll get a quick warm-up.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. All three of the top seeds are still active in the tournament right now. These are the three people I thought had the best chance to take this one down. It is down to these three. I want to see some double kill screens. I want to see some killtresses. I want to see double max outs. I want it all to come down here today because this is for all the marbles coming up in these next couple matches. Hell yeah!
simply. And we could probably take like a quick 2 minutes before we start. I should probably see if Shen is available. So at least maybe he wants to say a few things before we. Yeah,
For sure.
Wait, did you play with that seat? No. Okay. I made sure. I did that last time. Crystal stuff for you with the people say,
All right, so there we go. They're set up. They are getting final warm-ups. As Bidwell mentioned, that potentially Sodium could do the back-to-back-to-back jack and go 3 in a row. Make it to the final and play the number 1 seed. That's what fate is telling us. Perhaps that's what ELO is telling us. No, we won't talk about that here either.
I'm a believer.
That causes too much controversy these days.
That's gotta be Iron 29 line. I saw top of it.
Yeah, you guys are both nuts how you guys play 29. Seriously.
Wait, check it real quick. Yep. Alright, take it away, King.
All right, here we go. Both guys are ready to go. Semifinal number 1 is in the books. This is semifinal number 2. Nolan and Sodium. Big time fight happening in 3, 2, 1.
Tetris!
Ooh, there we go. Finally, it's about time. Heard only one Buko chant today? That's just.
No, that's number 2. That's number 2.
That's number 2 or 3.
Oh, third one.
All right, thank God. All right. Balance has been restored in the universe.
Big heavyweights facing off in this one. I'm expecting some really big scores here. This is one of those matches where a max out might not be enough to win. What's your opinion? Who do you think's going to be the favorite in this one, King?
I mean, you got to go with the higher seed. Of course, Sodium has proven many times over and over that he's one of the best. He made it to the finals all the way the last IRL event, aside from the Blanks Garage, of course. Talking about the South
Speaking of that,
Carolina.
Sodium's in a little bit of a pickle right now. Ooh,
Oh,
Longbar
yeah,
came just in the nick of time right there.
There's the dirty from Sodium, of course. Did that on purpose because he knows the King is watching.
Yeah, that's total Nenu style stacking right there.
Now, is there smack talk going between those two guys? Are they friendly, or what's the conversation?
I hate Nolan.
Come on. No toxicity here. We all love everybody.
No, you gotta hate people. That's what's the best part.
Hey, I like Toogie.
Everybody likes Toogie. Forget that guy. He's a loser. So a nice little OJ there from Sodium. Looking good. 120 for Sodi. 159 for Nolan. Rocking the shades. I mean, that's kind of toxic, right? Wearing shades in the dark.
Yeah, both players on really strong paces right now. 32 lines, 182 right now for Nolan. 143, 32 lines currently for Sodium. Nolan's on a potential upper 600,000 transition pace right now. Sodium also on a strong pace of his own. Only about a quarter of the way through, but a lot can definitely happen here. Both of these guys have shown that they came to PLAY play. Hell yeah!
Thank you for spelling that out. I almost didn't remember how it goes. In Latin, we say play, and we do it with a PLE. So, Judy, help me out spelling the words properly. Thank you. One of these squares coming in. Nolan with a better stack to start. 253 for Nolan. 196 for Sodium. Now, Judy, you played Nolan just a little while ago.
Yep.
You know, your experience playing him. Go ahead.
Yeah, my experience playing Nolan. Nolan is an extremely aggressive player. He did have a couple misdrops in some of the games that we were playing, but he was very, very good at being able to manage his way around any kind of the stack issues. Then that last game when I had the unfortunate early top, but he was already 200,000 points ahead. He would have had me anyway, even if I did get out of my dig. Very, very solid player. Well deserved to be at this part of the tournament.
You know, I like what Sodium is that he has not been getting into his. Sometimes he gets into these shenanigans, I call them, where he kind of like almost feel like he's memeing the game. He sets up that interesting T for the J tuck. You know, we can't call it the OJ because it was not an O. We can call it TJ, I guess, right?
TJ Maxx.
Yeah, you can maybe call it the OJ if he's going to use it to kill the competition.
No. Okay. Anyway, so moving on, it's 358 for Sodium, 354 for Nolan.
Okay, 376 so far for Nolan, 75 lines, still on an X5 pace right now. X5 pace, for anybody who doesn't understand, would be 5 times your number in line. So going all the way to transition, that'll be 130 lines times 5, which would be 650,000 points if you take that pace all the way through. Nolan has a potential to get a really, really big score here in this one, but Sodium's ought to be counted out here. Sodium is pretty close in score, has caught up mostly, just got a Tetris going to 406,089 lines. However, there is a pretty big line discrepancy of 10 lines right now for Nolan. So Nolan has the true lead and the 10 extra lines. That, whenever you get to later in the game when Tetrises are worth over 30,000, that could mean like 60, 70, 80,000 points of a lead right there. So that definitely, so Nolan having a lead in lines and a lead in the game is definitely a position he wants to be in right now.
So going back and forth, it's really, really a good game. You know, they've gotten things under control, not letting this slip away. The issues of in and out of trouble and stacking have left them behind. They're preparing now as we have passed the turn marker, over 100 lines, near 500 Ks for both.
All tables will close.
Nolan most certainly is. Ooh, look at that again, another Sodium. Ooh, you're so cheeky with that T-tuck with the J. Oh.
Yeah, 522 at 112 right now for Sodium. Sodium on pace to potentially get a 600,000 transition here. Still has 18 lines left, potentially get as many as 4 Tetrises here. 22,000 a Tetris, that will put him into the 600 range if he gets it. 117 lines, so he still has potentially 4 Tetrises if he takes no burns. Does take the burn, so he's only going to be able to get 3 more, however, but can still secure the 600K trans. Meanwhile, 569, hey now, for Nolan, is almost ready to get a 600,000 transition right now. 14 more lines left to go to transition. Could potentially transition as high as a 650 here.
All right, we're getting set. Hot and heavy action coming. The 19 plus is just a moments away. Sodium gets there first. 598. Oh, Sodium. Ooh, nice strong start from him to begin. Gonna get a Tetris. Nolan gonna join him now. 638. We haven't even got to level 19.
Nolan could transition with a 662 here if he gets this. One burn, actually 662 coming in for Nolan if he gets this Tetris. There it is, 662 transition for Nolan. Could we see a live 1.3 here, ladies and gentlemen? Could we see it? We're gonna find out. Hell yeah!
Yeah, well, certainly. Yeah,
Okay, Tetris going in for Nolan right now. Nolan 688,000. Nolan not Tetris ready yet. Nolan's got to lay it down. There's another boom Tetris for Nolan right there, going to 713,000. Sodium was close behind though. Sodium currently 697,000. Make that 698 with another burn. Sodium unfortunately had to seal the well right there. Not able to get the best piece right here to be able to get out of this one. That double will be able to get him out. Tetris ready again is Sodium. Sodium not getting a Lombard yet. Unfortunately, had to seal the well off. While Nolan is squeaky clean right now, waiting for another Lombard, score another Tetris. Lombard comes, boom, there's a Tetris for Nolan. 769,000. Hey now, Nolan just totally tearing it up right now.
He's totally tearing it up. I like that.
All right, we got 712, 739 right there's another Tetris for Sodium, 773 so far for Nolan, level 22 for Sodium, level 21 for Nolan, so Nolan still has a very, very strong pace lead here. Another Tetris going to 800,000 right now, level 22. Nolan's still in the driver's seat right now. As long as he doesn't get any crazy digs, he should be able to sail to victory in this one. But Sodium's still fighting though. Sodium is not going quietly here. Sodium Tetris ready. There's a boom Tetris for Sodium. 804,000 right now, level 24. Against 833,000, level 23 right now for Nolan. Nolan still has a pretty sizable lead in lines, 11 line lead right now, and just scored another Tetris to get a 60,000 point lead to go with the full level lead. Nolan totally ran it down. There's another boom Tetris for Nolan. Simul Tetris. Sodium gets another Tetris. It's 836,000, 891,000. Still really, really close right now between the players. One dig situation could potentially decide this, but both players playing with maximum efficiency right now. 921,000 currently at level 24. Unfortunately, the first little bit of a minor dig right now for Nolan, but Nolan for the most part should be okay. He is okay, is Tetris ready again, just waiting for another long bar. Another long bar comes. There's a boom Tetris for Nolan. Level 25 is 955,000, 902,000 for Sodium. Sodium's still about 50,000 points behind. Only about 7 line differential right now, so Sodium is closing the gap with the line differential. There's a boom Tetris for Sodium. Sodium 935,000, Nolan 989,000. Nolan gets the max out right there, 1.021. 937 right now. Unfortunately, Sodium has a hang right there. Sodium's in deep trouble. Sodium's in deep trouble. Long bar's not coming. Long bar comes and Sodium blasts the Tetris down, going to 970,000. But Nolan's still in the driver's seat right here with a 1.023. Still ahead by 50,000 points and still behind by a full level. To get the long bar over, Sodium's still fighting right here. Sodium is not going away quietly here. Sodium's still laying it down pretty good. Sodium's still good right now. Sodium, unfortunately, has a few more burns to take. Nolan's still really clean right here. Nolan's still getting a few more lines down. Nolan Tetris ready. There's another boom Tetris for Nolan, and then 1.068 for Nolan. Nolan has a little mischief right there, but Sodium, unfortunately, is not in the best of situations to be able to dig out of this one. However, Sodium, they should be able to see a double max out here regardless. 996, 997, 999. There's a double max out, ladies and gentlemen. We got a double max out. Just what we want to see right here. Sodium setting up to go for a final Tetris. Sodium gets a final Tetris, goes to 836, but Nolan has the 1.1 secured right now. Nolan potentially might have a chance to get a 1.2 because it'd be really, really tough. Okay, Nolan gets a tuck. Nolan gets a Tetris right there. Nolan has a B45 right now. Nolan sets up. There's a boom Tetris for Nolan. B81 right now. B81 for Nolan. Nolan's on kill screen play. Nolan still kill screen play. Nolan hangs it, but Nolan finishes with an absolutely staggering 1.184, taking the game. GG for Nolan. Hell yeah!
80 points short of world record.
Oh no!
Push down points certainly would have made a difference.
They
No
matter.
one got world
Push
record.
down points matter, King.
Sam, thanks for the V84 300 live at Mike's Garage.
Oh!
I'm ready for that.
We got better food than Mike's Garage.
This is true. This is true. By the way, GD, should we get you an oxygen tank? We might need one for you after
Oh,
that.
I'm fine.
Amazing play calls there.
Thank you so much. I haven't breathed in 3 minutes. I usually only get like that at the very end of the game.
All right. Take it away, King.
There we go. So, time, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 coming up at 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And right, this is the best of 3 still, our final best of 3 for the evening. We are now heading towards the end, so Sodium on the ropes. Nolan, 1 win away from making it to the final.
Yeah, so based on the play last game, King, who do you think's the favorite in this decider based on what you saw?
I mean, clearly you have Nolan with the 1-0 lead at the time, but I still have my faith in Sodium. Sodium is an original King's Fave 5. I chose him because of the gameplay, the style he played was very memey, and I liked it. And when he focuses and he gets under control, honestly, he's considered one of the best in the world, in my opinion. And that's why I chose him to be in my list of favorite players last year. And here he is now. He's 1 step away from tying this up, and I still will think he'll be the favorite. Nolan has to come back now, make sure he can keep up that same gameplay, but you never know. We're going to find out.
Yeah, very well spoken there, King. Very, very good points. However, I think I might have to go for Nolan to be the favorite in this one. Not just because he ended up getting the 1.1 last game, but because the entire game he played extremely efficiently and got into virtually no serious dig situations. While Sodium, however, despite the digs that he was in, did manage to recover very, very strong. I have to go with the consistency level and the very solid building of this one for Nolan to be able to take this.
Sodium's going to play a little dirty. Here we go. Dirty at Tetris for Sodium. Feels good, man.
Yeah, both players looking pretty good right now. Dirty Tetris is set up for Sodium right here. Sodium did, however, have to take a safety there as the board was getting a little bit high. Interesting adjustment right there from Sodium. The board's still relatively safe, but there's a couple different ways you could have done that one. Nevertheless, though, Sodium set up for a dirty pump possible right now. Is setting up for the dirty here. Waiting to get another long bar. This could be a little bit dicey if the long bar doesn't come, but it does come. Sodium blasts the Tetris home, and he's ready for another one. Blasting another one down like a boss right there. 189,000 currently, or about a quarter of the way through level to 18 speeds, to 137 right now from Nolan. Hell yeah!
People in the chat asking, where is Huff? We want Huff. We want Huff. You're going to get him. He's waiting.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see Huff after this game. Huff's got a show to bring you guys. becoming one of the premier players in the entire community, mastering the rolling technique. If he has that completely down as well as Cheesefish does by the time CTWC comes, he might be one of the favorites to take down the entire world event.
All right, so Nolan trying to figure this out. A little bit of a mess happening.
Yeah, you definitely have that right, Zipley. The community growing so much in strength is madness. We want it to grow bigger every single day. This is going to become one of the premier esports in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. Mark my words.
We'll see if the King even lasts 5 or 10 more years. We'll see about that. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
Hey, always pick up the slack for you, King. You're always one of my very favorite restreamers.
Well, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an honor for me to be able to call this with you today.
Making dreams happen, ladies and gentlemen. Making dreams come true. Nolan's going to hope to make his dream come true. Show the world that he is ready.
Yeah, oh, that was a really interesting placement there. No, yeah, Nolan didn't end up trying to fill that in because the long bar was coming one late. I think Nolan just missed that one. Nolan still should be able to get out of this one. This probably will damage Nolan's pace a little bit. Nolan is still okay, though. He is a little bit high up the board. However, he does have some really, really strong tapping ability, so Nolan can afford to play a little bit higher. Nolan does burn it down. Nolan is okay. Really, really close call from Nolan right there. But he's got the eye of the tiger because he's a survivor. Hell yeah!
The groans in the crowd with that joke. That's a good one.
Come on, I got to get him going.
By the way, Birb and Coach, T-Storm says hello to you guys.
Hey, we all love you, Messix. You're one of my favorite players, Messix. Always love restreaming your matches, always love playing stuff with you. Hell yeah!
Fishing for shoutouts in the Classic Tetris channel. Yes, of course. Sticking to new highs every day. 247 for Nolan. This is screen checking, seeing where Sodium's at. Sodium having a boss game, as you would say, GD. He's at 428. Look at that.
Yeah, very strong pace here from Sodium. Sodium's on pace right now to probably get somewhere around a 570 or a 580 transition, which will be definitely what he needs to be able to try and take this game from Nolan. Because Nolan right now is having a relative suffer game right here. Sodium needs to take max advantage right here, because if Nolan ends up getting clean later on, this could be deadly. Unfortunately, Nolan's in deep trouble right now. Nolan is really, really high right here. Nolan needs long bar. Nolan gets a long bar. He's still fighting right now. Nolan is still fighting. He's not fully out of it yet, though. The well is not open. Nolan's got to keep getting some good pieces down. Nolan's still fighting right here. Unfortunately, really bad time long bar right there, but the O piece is timed really well after that one. Should be able to reopen the well right there. One piece too late. Would have been able to use that J piece to be able to reopen it. Nolan's almost free out. Nolan's almost reopened. Nolan is reopened right now. He is back in business. He is fighting like a boss. Hell yeah!
There you go. 315 for Nolan, 525 for Sodium. This is Sodium's game. He's really got to hammer it home. We need to send this to the decider.
Yeah, I will gladly eat my crow in this one if Sodium takes it, because I was the one that said Nolan was going to win. Because Sodium is playing like he wants it.
Imagine eating crow these days. Oh my word.
Probably wouldn't be too good.
Most certainly.
Yeah, 557 currently for Sodium, 373 right now for Nolan. Nolan's got a lot of catching up to do. At this point, with Sodium's efficiency, Nolan's probably got to hope Sodium runs into a really, really bad dig. Because if Sodium just maintains the same level of efficiency, it's probably going to be too much for Nolan to overcome. But Nolan is not going away quietly here. Just crossed 400,000 despite the suffer game he's having. But Sodium still has about a 200,000 point lead. Nolan's board not fully clean here, but Nolan should be able to clean it up without too much more trouble. But at this point, definitely looking at the cleanliness of Sodium's board, going to 639,000 level 21. Sodium is totally in the driver's seat here. Nolan definitely has to hope for a top out or a serious dig situation. Here's one minor dig from Sodium right here, though. This could be what Nolan needs if Sodium's not able to get out of it quickly. But unfortunately for Nolan, Sodium is to get out of this one pretty efficiently right now. Unfortunately, running into some bad pieces right now, running into some bad RNG. Sodium's not fully out of the woods right here. But Sodium barely got that one over. Sodium is out of the woods right now, blasting him down. And there's a really good dirty from Nolan right as I was calling that one. Nolan is fighting hard right here. 472,000 currently for Nolan. Dirty right down there, still fighting alive right now. Going for potential dirty wall tethers for Sodium. Sodium's running into a complication. Oh no, Sodium hangs. This is just what Nolan needs. Sodium hangs. But if a long bar comes, Sodium might be able to get out of this. Long bar's not coming. Sodium's getting trolled here. Sodium is done at 662. Nolan, you have a chase down of 662,000 and change to be able to take this and move to the finals to face Hufflepuffus. You need 662. Okay. All right, 577 now. Nolan still needs about 90,000 points, level 25. Nolan's not going to be able to line this out. Nolan's going to need to be able to get at least 2 Tetrises here to be able to finish this off. But Nolan definitely has the ability to get it. Very clean board right now. Tetris ready. There's 1 Tetris for Nolan going to 614. Still needs about 50,000 more points. 1 more Tetris followed by a line out will do it for Nolan.
So there we go. He's got the runway to do it. So he can take it a little slow and easy. He's got 2 more levels. We know he can do the 29. So he's just going to try to set this board up as optimal as possible. We're looking at about another 33,000 points.
Okay, Tetris ready. Gets his Tetris here. Boom! There's 663. Nolan takes it with that Tetris. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our final matchup now. Huffaluffagus versus Nolan. You're going to be in for a treat. GG's to both players. Hell yeah!
Probably. He was probably glad. I got to move on to the next one. So here we go. This is it. Finally.
This is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the marbles. This is what we want to see. We got 2 premier players going at it right now, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as their warm-ups are done, you're going to see a hell of a treat. Hell yeah!